Yes, sir. We officially back at it. This is Boog Nice 10, coming at y'all with the first episode of Art Imitating Life. This is when I'm gonna take a close look at one particular comic book or maybe a entire arc, and look at the similarities of what has happened in that arc or in that issue with something that's happened in our real world and how they kind of mirror each other. Something I've been thinking about doing for a long time. So in this first episode, we're going to talk about the Ultimates. The Ultimates is the Ultimate Universe's version of the 616 Avengers. So if you don't really know about the Ultimate Universe, it's basically a different spin on the 616 universe. Pretty much the same characters that we know and love, with some different takes on their personalities and maybe their powers and different things like that. So the first two arcs of the Ultimates were very, very well done. I recommend that to anybody. I would definitely say check that out. When Loeb came onto the book in the third installment, that's when it started going downhill, in my opinion. But the first two arcs with Miller and Hitch and Curry and those guys was really, really good. So I would recommend that. So I'm gonna try to explain this a little bit without giving too much of the story away for some people who haven't read it. But if you have not read this, I would definitely recommend that you take a look at it. So in this universe, Nick Fury is the leader of S.H.I.E.L.D. He's black. In the first arc, we get to see Captain America and World War II, and basically that battle that ensued and how he got stuck in suspended animation. And then we fast forward to 2002 and we see modern day Tony Stark, and he's on an expedition that ultimately finds Captain America's body stuck in suspended animation. Now what's going on at this particular point is that S.H.I.E.L.D. is working on the super soldier serum. The only known success with the super soldier serum was with Captain America, and he was thought to be lost to the world since World War II. But now that they found him, there's some interesting developments, and basically Bruce Banner is working with Fury and S.H.I.E.L.D. and trying to crack the super soldier serum so they can build more super soldiers for S.H.I.E.L.D. So at this time, Nick Fury's trying to put together the Ultimates team, and he recruited Tony Stark, and they found Captain America, and he's trying to recruit Thor, and Banner's working with them and trying to crack this serum. I don't want to give away too much, but basically what happens is that the team gets put together, but they are looking like they may lose their funding, or the program may get nixed altogether, because it's looking like they don't have any superhuman threats to face. So what Bruce Banner does is he takes some of Cap's blood and he mixes it with the Hulk serum. Bruce Banner is actually already the Hulk at this point, but he mixes it with the Hulk serum and injects it into himself to make himself turn into the Hulk. And basically his thoughts was that if he does that and he turns into the Hulk, and then the Ultimates have to come out and take him down, then they'll get their funding and everything will be all good. The Ultimates will save the day, and it'll show that the world needs this superhuman force to take on superhuman threats. But what happens is Bruce Banner turns into the Hulk. He destroys a huge part of Lower Manhattan. He kills hundreds of people, injures people from the Ultimate team in that ensuing battle. But at the end of the day, they end up taking him down. Now the significance of this is that basically what happened in this arc is that it was a false flag attack. This is a false flag attack is basically when the government knowingly let something happen to the country, or they put together the plan for something to happen to the country where they can gain the public's trust and whatever agenda they're pushing for. So how this is mirroring something in our real world is that, as you know, in September 2001, the 9/11 attacks happened here in New York City. A large portion of Lower Manhattan was destroyed, and it's alleged that our government may have had a part in the attacks, and that it was a false flag attack. At the end of the day, in the Ultimates issue, everything worked out. They got the funding, they got what they wanted, they gained the public's trust through terror, and everything worked out. And basically what happened is that Fury and Shield covered up the incident, and they hid Bruce Banner away in the Shield facility. So again, getting back to what happened here in New York in 2001. As you know, after 2001, the threat of terror was just in everyone's on everyone's mind, and basically what happened after 9/11 was that our government was able to pass the Patriot Act, and we invaded Afghanistan and Iraq, and so many things. But it looks like the real gains of what happened after 9/11 was all monetary. So I'm not really here to convince you of what happened on 9/11. I mean, information is out there. We live in an information age. The internet is a powerful tool if you use it for more than porn. So I mean, go out, do your own research, and figure it out. I know what I believe. I lived here in New York for going on 30 years in March, and I remember that day, and I remember the events that followed, and I've looked very closely into that and other alleged false flag attacks. So do I feel like the writers of Marvel were hinting at the 9/11 attacks? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But I mean, this is just a look at these things and how things and comic books can mirror our real world. So you guys tell me what you think about this. Let's have intelligent conversations in the comments. No huge debates about this. Go do your own research on your own as far as the 9/11 attacks are concerned. And if you guys like this, then I will continue to do more episodes like this. So let me know. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.